Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have Wilson today. Wilson is from BlockSurvey, and BlockSurvey is built on Stacks. So if you know Stacks, Stacks is a programming layer on Bitcoin, and there have been many projects, DeFi projects, NFT projects on Stacks. And BlockSurvey is also one of the project. It's not a DeFi project. What exactly it is, we will find out with Wilson, because even I don't have a lot of clue on what exactly BlockSurvey is. It doesn't have a token as yet, so don't think that it's a token or something. Maybe it might come. We'll check with Wilson. But yeah, so Wilson, welcome, and let's get into it. So I think you have been building a BlockSurvey for quite some time, but we will move to BlockSurvey. Would you like to tell a little bit about yourself, who you are, what was your experience, and what got you into crypto? Because that migration, that journey is very fascinating for every individual. That how I got into crypto, how I got introduced to Bitcoin. Tell tell one or two liners. Give me an elevator pitch for BlockSurvey, and then introduce yourself. Because yeah.
Sure. Definitely. Sure. Really glad to be here today to speak to you. I'm Wilson, co-founder of BlockSurvey. BlockSurvey is an end-to-end encrypted forms and survey tool. So think of BlockSurvey as an alternative to Google Forms, Typeform, SurveyMonkey, but with a focus on privacy. We are like Signal for forms and surveys. Today, we help people run sensitive surveys in the areas of mental health, sexual health, activism, protest, to name a few. Wherever there is sensitive data collection is involved, BlockSurvey helps businesses as well as people. And that's the pitch of BlockSurvey.
Okay.
And coming to my background, how I started getting into crypto it all started in about late 2015. Myself with my friends, we were working at Fidelity Investments. We were helping them in assisting in building equity and capital markets tech. And that's how I got to know about Bitcoin and then Ethereum. And we were pretty much exploring decentralized finance as well as building exchanges for Bitcoin in India. And that's how the journey started. And then about 2018, we took a plunge and then we started coming out, leaving our full-time jobs and started building decentralized apps. And that's how the journey started in 2018. It's about 2 years into building BlockSurvey, and we are continuing to move forward.
Right. So you said you were with the Fidelity Investments. Was that because I know they are also into crypto investments? Were you into crypto parts or?
No. The Fidelity digital assets were started with about 2019 is when they started.
Right.
But I think back in those days, institution play was never there. It's right now it is heating up. I see a lot many traditional financial institutions are moving into crypto. It's really a glad sign to see.
Right. So your background is very interesting. So you worked for a financial firm. So are you an engineer and financial expert as well? Okay.
No, not really. I think I'm just a computer science engineer and started working with banks like Royal Bank of Canada Capital Markets, and then worked with Fidelity, then Wells Fargo Securities. Pretty much helped in quality as well as business analysis for capital markets and equity space. I think that's the space I worked in, and that's how I started my journey into finance, and then moved into crypto and blockchain, right?
Yeah, perfect. So basically the tech side of those companies, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Right. So I think, Wilson, I'm sorry, you'll have to elaborate a little more on BlockSurvey, because who will be the users? Like, who are the users of BlockSurvey? Who will use BlockSurvey? And I know you gave us a brief of what BlockSurvey is, but can you elaborate and let everyone know that who will be using BlockSurvey, and whom is it ideal for, and how is it used?
Absolutely, yeah. I think so. To see any platform today, even for today, if you're looking at collecting data through forms or surveys, you go to platform would be Google Forms, and which is provided by a centralized tech company, and then all your data is actually owned by them as well.
Right.
There is no ownership of data in these platforms. Could be Google Forms, Typeform, or SurveyMonkey. There is not even a simple end-to-end encryption available for you to own your data. So this is where BlockSurvey comes in. So BlockSurvey is a Web3 platform. It's a decentralized survey platform which helps you to collect data and truly own it. So this is very helpful to see use in the areas of collecting sensitive data. Right. To give you an example, last year when George Floyd protest happened during the Black Lives Matter rally, BlockSurvey was used to collect registrations as well as RSVPing into those rallies. So the use cases here is, the problem here is, one is BlockSurvey it's not going to censor you for collecting those data. And BlockSurvey is not going to look into your data. It's because there is no way for us to look into your data. It's because you will hold your keys, and your keys is what will drive the encryption. Only you can unlock your data to see it. So you will truly own it. And we are not bound by any legal or laws of the land with respect to giving your data to anyone. I think those are the three areas I see the true ownership of data, as well as giving privacy to all the data providers who are giving data to you is ensured, and it's given to your hands. And that's where BlockSurvey comes in. This is just one example, but then you can collect sensitive data in many areas, like could be COVID data, could be any sensitive sexual health data or mental health data. These are very sensitive areas, and that's where we see BlockSurveys being used. And also there are research on alternative medicine like psychedelics, research on the LGBTQ community and climate change. There are quite a lot of interesting set of segments of users who are using BlockSurvey across the globe. And from India also, we have interesting set of users. There are astrologers using us, and also life coaches, relationship coaches, dating coaches who use BlockSurvey to maintain privacy of their customers. And
right. So I understand that, see, this product is already live. So it's not a dream project which will come after 2 years and right now. And so it's already live. People can use it right away, right?
Yes, absolutely. It is like a SaaS application. You can just sign up, and all you have to do is pay a small fee per month to use our product.
Right. Yeah. This is interesting that you brought this up. So is it different for different level of users? For example, like what's your revenue model? Who pays? Like, let's say if I'm a company, if I'm trying to collect data, or take us through the charges and how does it work?
Sure. Yeah, I think it is volume-based pricing. So today we charge as low as $10, or for India, we have a parity pricing. It starts as low as 500 rupees per month to collect up to 3,000 responses. So as you scale, say for 10,000 responses, it's about $30 per month. And then as you scale, even you can go up to 100,000 responses per month. For larger organizations, usually they go for the 100,000 responses per month. And then also you have a team plan, and it starts as low as $10 and it goes to up to $100 per month.
And you said that you have quite a good number of users already on the platform, right?
Yes, I have about 100 paying customers. The total signups have been about, we have done about 10,000 registered users. That's the traction.
When you say registered user, it is the respondents, right?
No, it is the people who have signed up but haven't paid to use it. Okay. We were pretty much a free platform a year ago. We started monetizing only a year ago. The first year it was fully free, and all the early adopters still use us or use us for free. It's because they helped us in shaping up the product and also giving us feedback and building the product along with us. There are a lot of free users who are continuing to use our platform, all the early adopters.
So the current competitors, you will say, who are the current competitors, like big companies? Would you name BlockSurvey? Right?
The incumbents in this space are SurveyMonkey and Qualtrics. So they're the massive players. I think they do about $1 billion in annual recurring revenue every year. They are the go-to tools for market research or collecting data today. Those
Right.
are the competitors from the Web 2. But then with the vision where we are going, BlockSurvey will eventually become a data sharing protocol. It's very focused on Web3 and decentralization, where we would unlock more opportunities for people to get value, primarily with respect to one is privacy and security is given, but then there are opportunities to monetize for the time they spend on giving this data to businesses. So there are plenty of opportunities for people to unlock value from the data they produce in the digital world.
Yeah. So for example, if I'm a respondent, so I'm trying to understand how is it different, because you said that all the survey monkeys and all the other Web2, the difference is that with the block survey, your privacy is secured and it's confidential. It's not like shared. That's not the case with Web2, all the competitions that you mentioned, I guess. So if I respond, let's say you are doing a survey and I respond to your survey, do you not get my name and details on your?
You would as a data collector I would still get it, but what's happening in the Web 2 is I get a copy, but also the platform provider gets a copy as well. I think that's where BlockSurvey is different today. And Web 2 is very invasive with respect to, I think you would have seen they would use Google Analytics. A lot of tracking happens, a lot of scripts runs around. I think that's where we are different at the current state. But the eventual state is in Q1 of 2022, what we are bringing in is, if you choose to sign up with BlockSurvey to share your answer, you will start to own that data within your wallet. That is the BlockSurvey. BlockSurvey is kind of a data wallet. And you would start to own your data within your wallet. And then you would have opportunity to even revoke access to your data. I think this is never an opportunity. This is right now, today, it's more like a black hole, right? If you fill a contact form or even fill a survey, all your data is gone and you can't claim your data back, or you would not know how it is being used or where it is scattered or distributed. So that there is no demonstrable privacy in this space. I think that's where BlockSurvey is getting into.
And this is built on Stacks, right?
Yes, that's right. It's built on Stacks blockchain.
So tell everyone, how was this possible on Stacks, and what is Stacks in the first place? And how was it possible on Stacks? Because I know a lot of people choose Ethereum and other blockchain platform to build such apps. So tell everyone, what is Stacks first, and why did you choose it?
Sure. Yeah, Stacks is a layer 2 chain on top of Bitcoin. What Stacks allows you to create applications on top of Bitcoin. It's kind of a programming layer, as you mentioned. It enables you to just focus on writing your applications without even worrying about the underlying fundamentals of blockchain, how it is going to work. I think they have given it for you. All you have to do is study a set of APIs and start building application. So why we started with Stacks is back in 2017, we were looking for building decentralized apps rather than DeFi. We were looking at just focusing on consumer apps. And Stacks was messaging, saying how you can build Web3 apps or user-owned internet applications on top of Bitcoin. And that's how we discovered Stacks, and we started building, and we experimented by doing few prototypes, and it was super simple. All you have to do is study APIs, program it, and deploy the solution. It's as simple as, if you're an application developer, it's super easy. All you have to do is focus on the application, and then just Stacks enables that. And the other platforms during those times were very much focused on DeFi alone, and it was not very much programmable. Because layer 2 is just recent, but Stacks was doing that way before many solutions in the other chains.
Yeah. I mean, they've been building for quite some time, and they've been building from the time when nobody believed it was possible. So
yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so tell us, if somebody wants to join, are you accepting applications from people who want to work at BlockSurvey, and how can community contribute in general and be a part of BlockSurvey?
Absolutely. We hang out on Discord. It's blocksurvey.io/Discord. And there are quite a few of community members who hang out there, who help us in defining what is the next way forward with respect to our roadmap as well. We take a lot of feedback from our customers as well as members in the community. Then we learn from them as well. I think they are the eventual users who use day in and day out. So we learn a lot from them. With respect to opportunities, most of them are welcome to work with us in any capacity. Right now, we are looking at people to join us in building the tech for 2022, which is further decentralization. Like I think today, BlockSurvey is kind of semi-decentralized. It's not fully decentralized. So a lot of decentralization moving pieces in BlockSurvey has to be decentralized. And we're building a kind of a protocol for 2022, a data sharing protocol. And that's the eventual state. We are hiring for tech and also marketers to help us grow in 2022.
So have you been funded, and has there been any funding to?
Yeah, we are just raising our pre-seed round right now. So we recently graduated from Stacks Accelerator,
right?
Which is a 3-month acceleration program by Stacks Blockchain. We were part of the first cohort and we just finished it. We are raising our pre-seed round. It's coming together, so it'll be done, and I'll keep you posted. Sure, it'll be an interesting news. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, the last speculation part. Like I'm not sure how does it work, but is it possible for a application to have their own token on Stacks also?
Absolutely, yeah. So today, Stacks again. From the Web3 focus, that infrastructure was readily available from 2018. Now, DeFi as well as NFTs, all possible on Stacks as well. There are plenty of DeFi protocols being built. You can look at projects like Arcadico, Alex, and also Stacks Swap. There are plenty of interesting opportunities. Even launchpads are coming in where you can use Stacks Swap or Alex to launch your own tokens. There are stable coins. Then on the NFT worlds, you can create NFT tokens as well. You can sell NFT collections as well. So it's heating up. It's because since it's built on top of Bitcoin, and a lot of interesting work happening on even opportunities to stake and earn rewards for your stacks, which is being staked, and you get Bitcoin rewards. And very interesting solutions. And also a lot of startups are working across spectrum. There are apps, Lightning Network with Stacks integration. So very interesting solutions on DeFi, NFT, and also Web3 as well. You can also look at projects like Cycle, which is a decentralized blogging platform. Very super interesting platform where there is no censorship for the content you write for people. So unlike Medium or Substack recently having issues of being gated or being censored, so that's never going to be a problem. So a lot of interesting apps and protocols coming on Stacks.
Yeah, I came across Cycle. I think I don't remember the exact name, but it is like a Medium, but you get rewarded for posting, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
So one last question before I leave: will BlockSurvey ever have a token? Do you think so?
That's something we are exploring. It will be mostly a utility or a reward token. What we are looking at is today any digital produce you create on the digital world needs to be it can be a token.
Right.
So I think so that's how NFTs are today. So what we're looking at is more the people who intentionally share data for the time and the data they produce. There is opportunity to create a token there. So we are looking at utility or a reward token for the people who spend the time to power this network.
Yeah. I mean that's how you what do you say? That's how you measure value, or that's how you accumulate value.
Absolutely.
So because the time that I'm spending on an app, basically it's half an hour of time, and I could have spent on anywhere. So that time is money.
True.
So how do I tokenize my
absolutely time? Yeah. So that's the value we wanted to bring in. People can eventually, the data they produce within the BlockSurvey network, people will be able to create wealth out of the data. Meaning you can share it with businesses. or even with another individual who's looking to collect your data. Could be
Right.
registrations, could be product research, market research, any use cases at scale. You will be able to build some wealth out of your data you produce.
Right. So yeah, before we wrap up, any final message that you want to give to anyone who is watching this or listening it? What is the first action you would tell them to take after watching this?
I think if you're I would say, I think if you're a application developer from the Web2 space, building Web3 application is super simple, and it's just you don't have to learn anything new. All you have to do is study the framework, look into a set of APIs, and you'll be able to focus just on the solution and build a Web3 app using platforms like Stacks. So that's simple as it. That's how simple it is. So I would encourage everyone to give it a shot. Yeah, build a Web3 app and help us in building a user-owned internet for the future.
Absolutely. Sure. And I'm going to paste all the links for Twitter and Discord so you guys can follow Blockstacks. Yeah. Sorry, BlockSurvey. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wilson. Thank you so much for your time, and talk to you soon. Take care.